95 race season shifts into gear, NASCAR legend Dale Earnhardt and his envied Good Ranch team are focused on a record-breaking 8th championship. Matching the once unapproachable record set by King Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, who is loved by many and disliked by others, has already won 7 Winston Cup championships. Growing up in rural North Carolina as the son of successful race car driver Ralph Earnhardt, Dale's roots in racing run strong. In 1979, he was named Rookie of the Year, and the following season won his first Winston Cup championship. Although he hides it well, Dale is a giving and compassionate man whose unrelenting driving force and near brushes with death have earned him the nickname of the Intimidator. With his family's support, wife Teresa and owner Richard Childress's world-class racing team, Dale has driven his black #3 Chevrolet to victory, controversy, and a multi-million-dollar marketing empire. We flagged Dale down and discussed his life, career, and influences from his private hideaway high atop the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Dale, I'm sitting here with the man who has tied Richard Petty's record, 7 Winston Cups. Will you tell me how that feels?
It's unbelievable. Really, it is. I sat right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway and raced in '75 in my first Winston Cup car, an Ed DeGrease car, and I was racing around this racetrack, and I just was in awe of it. And I can remember when I was sitting on the back straightaway watching these races from the back of my dad's truck as a kid and watching Richard Petty race. And here I am out on the same track racing with him, and he comes blowing by me and about blows me off the racetrack, and I'm all amazed at this. I'm about dead wore out trying to drive this race car, and he goes by like it's a Sunday afternoon drive. He wins the race that day.
The week that you tied his record, I read wonderful quotes, and there was a lot of hoopla. In fact, you were on the front page of USA Today, above the fold twice in 1 week, and not many sports stars are there that much. And you said in there, you said, this is great, and this is a thrill for me, but he's the king, and there's only one king.
Well, I believe that, and I think that comes from the heart because of growing up watching him and growing up respecting him. He's like my dad. Today, people say, well, you're a better driver than your dad was. I don't believe that, and I don't think that. My dad could still drive circles around me today if he was, still here and still racing, because he did when I was starting out. He'd drive circles around me. We was practicing together and things. And that's the way I look at Richard Petty and the Pearsons and the Allisons and everybody. Is those guys are great. I learned from those guys.
But do you want to be the king? Call the king?
Nah. No, I want to be Dale Earnhardt. I want to win more races and more championships. And I'm still just that. I enjoy my family. I enjoy racing. When Sunday comes and it's time to get in that race car, that's the fun time. That's when I'm excited. That's when it's all the hard work, the press, the sponsor stuff's done, and I'm ready to go race.
Is it about the money? Or is it just about winning?
It's just like the Charlotte race that we started here in October, and I was sitting back there in 38th position because I qualified so bad, and there was 37 guys in front of me, and I was wanting to pass every one of them. And then within 100 laps was leading the race.
I believe they call that fire in the belly.
That's fire in there, wanting to race and win, wanting to beat them. And the money's a factor now. It's a big industry or a big profession I'm in right now, but it's not the deciding factor.
You have several names. You may not be the king in your own mind, but Intimidator, Darth Vader, because you drive the black car.
They tried to pin that on me.
Yeah, right. Dominator.
Well, if you lead a lot of races, you can do that.
You like Dominator better or
No,
Intimidator?
I autographed Dale Earnhardt.
Okay. Your father played a very important role in your life, and from my research, he had a lot of influence on you, and I know you miss him, and he sadly died in 1973.
It was, everything you ever did was watch your dad. I couldn't wait to get home from school to help him work on the race cars or seeing what he's doing in the shop or whatever. Go to the racetrack and you stand on the truck and watch him go around and around. And when I got in a race car, it's like I knew what to do. I knew how to drive, and I'd go out there and race, and Daddy'd never say, well, you should have did this, you should have done that. He'd tell me what I did wrong. But I learned it from him, hands-on type thing. It wasn't something you can go to school on or you can go to a school and learn. It's something that I watched and grew into. I was sort of born and bred into.
What advice do you think he'd give you today?
Oh, man. Well, really, just basically just be honest and, do what you think's best. He always was this type person that he could he could sort of see through all the problems and everything, and his answer was always the right one. And everything he said has come true in my life, and everything he told me that I shouldn't do and I went ahead and done was like he said it was going to be.
You're a tough competitor, you're confident, but I'm told that you have a tremendous amount of compassion for your fellow race car driver.
We're all competitors and we race against each other, but we're all families traveling here and there, and you're there for 2 or 3 days with these folks. If someone has a problem in the family, or the garage area, whoever, and you help them out or try to help them out, if somebody just like Ernie Irvin crashed back in Michigan back in August, everybody rallied around him and his family and helped and support. And I might not like a certain guy or hang around with him, but still, I don't want to see him, you know, any danger come to him. If something happens, I'm going to try to help him out.
What does it feel like to go 200 miles around a track?
Well,
around and around and around.
After a while, you don't realize you're going that fast, and it sort of lulls you to sleep. But
excuse me, lulls you to sleep.
Well, I'm so relaxed driving a race car. Like I'm into that thing so much, and I don't realize the sensation is like everybody talks about. And I'm into that thing. My heart rate usually right before a race is in the 60s. A lot of other guys are in the 90s and 100s. And that's the time I'm relaxed and having a good time. And I'm at home there. That's my place or whatever. You know, you can get excited about it. My heart rate's racing right now because of this interview, talking with you on TV.
So you're more nervous talking to me than you are on the racetrack?
I'm more nervous right now than I've ever been at a racetrack, probably.
Do you feel safer going around a track at 200 miles an hour than on most of the highways of America?
I'm pretty comfortable on the interstate. Two-lane road's pretty scary. And New York is real scary.
Have you ever driven in New York City?
No way. I'm going to get in the back of the car and hold on.
But if you didn't drive a race car, what would you do?
I'd drive a race car.
I mean, that's your only option, huh?
That's the only option.
Everyone says you're a real professional. You're so determined. Does everybody like you?
I don't think so. The cheers and the boos are exciting. At least they're doing one or the two, you know.
They boo you?
Well, sure. They don't want to see you win all the time, or they don't want to see you, you know, you got all kind of fans that sit in that grandstand, you know. And
Do you hear it, though?
Yes, you hear it. But like I said, I'm glad they're doing something. When it's quiet, then you're in trouble.
Are you gutsy?
I'll stick the car in the corner. I'll stick it in there with you.
Phyllis finds Dale's soft spot.
She can break my heart. She won't.
Wife Teresa joins Dale and Phyllis when we return.
Well, Teresa Earnhardt has joined us. How did you meet?
At the racetrack. Her dad introduced me to her. But it was a long, long time before we started dating. It was back, she was 16 when I met her. And then we started dating about 78, 79.
But when you first saw her, your heart went a little. You're blushing.
Pretty much.
Is he a sensitive man?
Yeah, she can break my heart.
Yeah.
She won't.
He is a very good husband, honestly.
Does he have a sense of humor?
Too much sometimes for her.
Yeah, it's real hard for people to tell when Dale's kidding or not. Even me. I mean, and we've been together forever, seems like, but it is hard to tell when he's serious and when he's kidding a lot of times.
I get that from my dad. My dad could do that.
You know, I've noticed in this interview before Teresa came, and now, especially when Teresa's here, you're blushing a lot. Who would have ever thought Dale Earnhardt would be blushing?
That's just the hot lights.
Oh, yeah.
The red coat reflection.
You two are in love. You got married in 1982 and still in love and
Been
still.
fun, fun, fun. I couldn't have gone as far as I have without her, I don't think. And not just because the business side of it, but really she's just been great for me personally. She's all around what you can ask for anymore. Great friend, support you. She'll get on you when you're doing wrong. Let you know what she thinks, and that's sort of our relationship. She's real honest with me, and I try to be as honest as I can with her. I don't tell her every little truck or every little horse or cow I buy, but she knows pretty much all of them's out there.
That's another thing is, at least we don't. I mean, we enjoy the things that we have,
Yeah.
and we plan for the future, but we don't restrict ourselves because I think we both realize that you don't know what the future holds, so you better enjoy it while you have it.
I mean, you want to have a good time while you're doing it, so that's what we do. We enjoy our lives.
What do you want, husband?
The only thing that I could ask for is just when everything is said and done, that we have a little more time to relax and play, really.
Well, she's looking forward to the time when we can savor all this, relax and look back and say, boy, we had a great, great time.
What's it like to live on the edge?